Hello everyone, welcome to Dikshant classes. Today I am going to teach about the issue of shares. First of all, start with the issue of shares. A company need a capital when it expand or diversify the business into some projects or their own operations of scales. And repay debts, then company require the additional capital. The additional capital can raise by the issue of shares. It can raise funds by taking loan or by shares or debentures, bond, etc. In case a company want to raise capital by selling shares, it can be issue preference shares as the shareholders where preference is given first before the equity shares. Next is equity share or ordinary shares. They are the owners of the company. Next is type of shares. First type is equity share. The shares which carry no preferential rights regarding the payment of the dividend and the repayment of capital are called equity shares or ordinary share. Equity share carrying voting rights. Next is preference shares. Preference shares are those shares on which the company is giving the preference to these type of shareholders before the equity shares. For a dividend at a specific rate before any dividend is paid on the equity shares, and the right to repayment of share capital before anything is paid to equity shareholders. Next is cumulative preference shares. A cumulative preference share is a share on which the area of dividend accumulated if no dividend is paid in a particular year is to be paid in the year when the company has earned sufficient profit. The area of such dividend is shown as a contingent liability as a note to the balance sheet. Next is non-cumulative preference share. A non-cumulative preference share is one on which dividend for a particular year expires if not paid in a particular year. Next is participating preference shares. If article of association of the company permit the holder of preference shares get the right to receive dividend at a predetermined rate in addition to the regular fixed dividend in the surplus profit after the payment of dividend equity shareholder. It means that if the article of association of a company permitted the holder of a preference share get the right to receive dividend at a predetermined rate which is decided by the company in addition to the regular fixed dividend in the surplus profit after the payment of dividend of equity to the shareholder. Similarly, they also participate in the surplus profit after the payment of the equity capital and preference capital in a predetermined portion at the time of liquidation. It means that similarly they can participate in the surplus profit which earned by the company after the payment to the equity capital and the preference capital and a predetermined portion at the time of liquidation. Next is non-participating preference share. These shares are those shares when the holder of non-participating preference shares are not entitled to participate in the surplus profit except to the regular fixed dividend. Similarly, they cannot participate in the surplus profit at the time of liquidation. Next is redeemable preference share. These shares are those shares which are redeemed by the company. These shares are repaid by the company in accordance with the terms and conditions of the repayment either after the fixed period of the time or the earlier date. Maximum period of redemption cannot exceed 20 years as per section 55 subsection 2 of the Companies Act 2013 except for the infrastructure project. Next is irredeemable preference shares. These shares are those shares which cannot be redeemed by a company. The preference shares which can be redeemed only when the company is liquidated are known as irredeemable preference shares. As per the section 55 subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013, no company limited by shares can issue irredeemable preference share. Next is difference between equity shares and preference share. The first basis is right to dividend. Dividend on equity share is paid after the payment of dividend on the preference shares. It means that the dividend on equity shares shall be paid after the paying to the dividend on a preference shares. Then preference share first basis is dividend on preference shares is to be paid before on equity before dividend on equity shares. Next basis is rate of dividend. In equity share, no rate of dividend is fixed. In preference share, rate is fixed always. Next basis is refund of capital. Equity share capital is refunded only after the repayment of the preference shares capital, and preference capital is redeemable before the repayment of equity share capital. Next is redemption. Equity share cannot be redeemed during the life of a company, except for the buyback with certain conditions. Preference shares can be redeemed subject to the maximum 20 years. Next is right to vote. Equity shareholder have right to vote in the meeting, but the preference shareholder can vote only in the special circumstances. Next basis is arrear of dividend. No arrear of dividend is paid to the equity shareholders. Arrear of dividend is paid when the company is earning profit in case of the cumulative preference share. Next is classification of share capital. The capital structure of a company consists of its own fund and borrowed fund. Own fund are made up of equity shares are the owner of a company, and preference shares given preference to pay dividend before the equity shares. And retained earning which is earned by the company, whether the company have any profit to retain their profit money and invest in some investments. A company limited by shares and raise share capital by issuing share. We will study in detail how a company issue different type of shares and depending on its needs. Share capital refer to the capitals made up of equity shares and preference shares. Usually in share capital, a proportion of equity shares is more than preference shares. Next is classification of share capitals. Authorized capital, which is the maximum limit of company which can issue shares. Nominal or registered capital were registered for this 1 lakh equity shares into 10 per each is 10 lakh. Issue capital of 40,000 equity share in 10 is 4 lakh. Unissued capital 60,000 equity shares 10 per share is 10. The total is 6 lakh. It means that issue capital is 4 lakh and unissued is 6 lakh. Subscribed capital is 3 lakh out of 4 into 10 per share is 3 lakh. Unsubscribed capital is 10,000 equity share into 10 per each 1 lakh rupees. Next is called up capital. Called up capital for the subscribed capital is 30,000 equity shares, 5 per each. It come in call me 1,50,000. Uncalled capital is 3 lakh equity shares, 4 each 1,20,000. And reserve capital is 30,000 equity shares, 1 rupee is 30,000. Paid up capital is 20,000 equity shares, 5 rupee per each is 1 lakh. Call in area is area which are not paid any money, and 10,000 equity share 5 rupee per each, it is 50,000. Next is authorized nominal or registered capital. Authorized capital is the maximum ceiling limit of the company that to made or issue shares to the shareholder of a company by the memorandum of association. The company can raise issuing shares. It is also called registered capital, mentioned in the capital clause of the memorandum of association, as the company pays stamp duty for the registration fees at the time of incorporation. Authorized capital is to be considered as the need of capital of a company and present and future. Authorized capital is also called nominal capital, as usually company never issue the entire authorized capital. M company has authorized capital of 10 lakh, which can be divided into 1 lakh equity share, 10 rupees per each of face value. A company can increase its authorized capital by altering its memorandum of association of a company, but is informed to the registrar of company necessary, and also the government if government company. Next is issue and unissued capital. Issue capital is a part of the capital for which company has issued the shares to the shareholder of company, which is offered by the company to prospective investors for subscription. The balance part of the authorized capital is not offered to the public, is called unissued capital. In future, the company can issue shares from the unissued capitals. In future, company can issue shares from the unissued capital. The issue capital of a company may be equal or to be less than authorized capital. Next is subscribe and unsubscribed capital. Subscribed capital is a part of issue capital. Company has issues shares to the shareholder of a company, that is a part of the issue capital for which shareholder company can subscribe to their capital, subscribe for their shares. The public may or may not subscribe the entire issue capital. Hence, the part of the issue capital not subscribed by the investor is called unsubscribed capital. For example, subscribed capital may be equal or less than the issued capital. If M has a limited has issue capital of 4 lakh and issue 40,000 equity share, then company subscribes 30,000 equity, 3 lakh. Next is called up capital. Called up capital is a capital which is the money which is called by the company against the share, for his company has issued shares. Company collect the full value of shares in installment as per requirement of fund. Each installment is called as calls. Called up capital is a part of subscribed capital for which company has called the money against the issue of shares as called on demanded to be paid by the shareholder. The balance capital which is not demanded by the shareholders is called uncalled capital. Next is called up capital, uncalled capital, reserve capital. Reserve capital is a part of uncalled capital. A company can decide to keep aside a part of his uncalled capital to be called only at the time of winding of a company. Next is paid up capital. Paid up capital is a capital which is called by the company to paid against the share of the company to the issue to the equity shareholder or preference shareholders. And the amount not paid by the shareholder call in area or unpaid call. Every shareholder has to pay call when the company demand. Failure to pay a put call may lead to forfeiture of share. Forfeiture taking away of shares by a company for due to non-payment of calls. That's all today's class. If you have any doubt, any query, you can put in the comment section. I will surely make video. Thank you so much for listening carefully.